And it terrified him to the bone, he said. Sent a chill, couldn't even hardly move. So I get a call from this fella. The initial call comes in about 12:30 at night. But I had just got back from another case. I didn't answer. I was too sleepy. I went to bed. Next morning, he calls again. He says, Russ, I had a very unsettling experience. And he commences to tell me, and this testimony and the storyline and the conversation that went with it, I feel it provided some worthwhile tools. This testimony is a good experience to share. And I don't share them all, but I'm going to share this one. So he goes out. It's a beautiful day. It was a beautiful day last weekend, and he's out. He's picking mushrooms, and he's looking for agates and stuff, and it's a great day to be out in the woods. And I tell you, I know the feeling when suddenly you get this, I should probably be done. I should go. I've gone far enough. I need to get out of the woods. It's a cryptid type experience that tells you you've gone far enough. And he had that. And he left. And that's a good thing. But what happens next is what changes the parameters of his experience. It's around dusk that same night. And he decides that maybe I should go out there and just keep an eye on things, see if anything happens. Now that's when you take it to the next level. And suddenly you're seeking the cryptids. You're seeking out the supernatural. And I tell you what, they know when you're doing that. They get the read on you right away. Highly intelligent, I think. All of them. Or they got perceptibilities that go way beyond what mine are. He says, you know what? I heard some strange stuff. There was like some knocks. I saw this strange light just over the hill. There's no yard lights over there, he said. I had this ominous feeling. And all of these experiences together, he said, I felt compelled to share. So he goes online, right in the car, right there on the site, and puts down this experience on a web page, whether it was a cryptid web page or what it was. But he shared it and the location and goes home. Doesn't think nothing about it till about midnight. He's been in bed, he's sleeping. And he wakes up and he's like, he's receiving some type of telepathic communication. He says, you know, it was very heavy. It was a heavy feeling. And I just felt that it was asking me to go outside and apologize for posting what I posted. I mean, how would a cryptid know that you posted something? So he steps outside and he says, I'm sorry that I made that posting. I shouldn't have done that. And he says, right after that, he says, I heard a mix between an owl and a hawk, screechy, long, howl-like sound, he said, twice. And it terrified him to the bone, he said. Sent a chill, couldn't even hardly move. And he was very interested in learning more, in understanding this encounter. And I had no problem talking about cryptid encounters, as most of you know. And so we talked for a long time. And it kind of went something like this. So I'm like, you know, they're the forest people. They are a species of their own. But there's a lot of subspecies, I told him. I said they have different characteristics. They have different personalities. They have different beliefs. I believe that they're just like humans. They're all different from each other. And they have interdimensional capabilities. They have capabilities that go well beyond my capabilities. But they live in such a way that they stay outside of our society. And I tell you what, I don't blame them for that. And one thing, if you're in an area where you have a cryptid encounter or a supernatural encounter, don't bring something home. Don't decide to bring a stone home or something like that. That's not good. We have had too many cases like that. Avoid that temptation to bring something home. I just want to pick some mushrooms and stuff. I said, absolutely. Picking mushrooms, collecting agates, that's totally different from driving out there at dusk and staring out into the dark woods. That's two completely different things. And I said, don't gift them. He said, oh, I brought all the mushrooms back. I said, oh, that's a good gesture. That's fine. And in this case, I told him it's a warning. And if you've had that type of warning from a cryptid, you know that it's serious. It's serious business. They're not warning you for nothing. They warn you because you've taken it a step too far. And this fella now understands the seriousness of this encounter he had. And it's all about respect. Respect for their space and their privacy. It's very important to them, and it should be important to us. And that's all I got to say. I'm going to leave it up there. I don't want this to get too long. Please like, subscribe, and oh my gosh, please comment. I love reading people's comments. I mean, even if you tell me I'm a ding-a-ling, that's fine. That's fine. Comment, tell me. Try to stay on topic at least, But share your thoughts on things like this. This is a very important topic about this cryptid experience where you've taken it a step too far and you get the warning sign. That has played a big part in many cryptid encounters, the warning sign. And I'd love to hear how other people have been warned. Thanks a lot for watching.